One of my favorite features in Dreamweaver is the ability to work easily in Design View or in the HTML code. If you click on Code, you'll see all of the HTML and CSS code that's behind this page. As I scroll up, you come to the top where you see the doc type, the head elements. We'll go over this more in the Survival HTML lesson in Part 2. But for now, I just want you to be aware that you can choose to be in Design View, in Code View, or in my favorite, Split View. The cool thing about Split View is that it lets me work in a design environment so I can see how my page is going to look, or at least more or less how it's going to look when I preview it in a browser. But it also lets me keep an eye on the code so that I can be sure that the code's coming out exactly the way I want it to. And one of the cool features of the way Dreamweaver integrates Code View and Design View is that if you want to find a particular piece of code, you can simply select whatever you want to work on in Design View, and Dreamweaver will immediately highlight that in the code. So I can see right away that this headline is formatted with an H1 tag. Similarly, if I click on this image, I should go right to the image source in the code. Sometimes you have to click twice, and I don't mean twice in close succession, but click once and then click one more time a little bit later, and you should get the image source in the HTML code. So now I can see very easily where different elements on the screen are if I want to double check, for example, how this is formatted in the code itself. Of course, I can also tell how it's formatted by looking at the property inspector and by looking at the tag selector at the bottom of the screen. For the most part, I prefer to work in Design View or in Split View, but I'll use Design View for most of this series.